He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always a presence about him, a quiet intensity and emotional depth that made audiences pause and feel every scene more deeply. Aras Bulut Iynemli didn't simply enter Turkish entertainment. He built his reputation role by role, transforming raw potential into one of the most respected acting careers of his generation. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Aras Bulut Iynemli was born on August 25, 1990, in Istanbul, Turkey. Unlike many who plan their path toward acting from childhood, Aras initially focused on education, studying aircraft engineering at Istanbul Technical University. Yet even during his academic years, his natural charisma and strong screen presence began opening doors in modeling and advertising, gradually pulling him toward the world of performance. His acting journey began with the youth drama Oil Bur Gaser Zaman Ki, where he portrayed Mida Karsu. The emotional complexity he brought to the role immediately caught public attention, proving that he possessed rare dramatic instincts even as a newcomer. That breakthrough laid the foundation for a career defined by bold choices and powerful storytelling. Rather than staying within one character type, Aras consistently challenged himself. In Matizm Yüzyıl, he stepped into the historical world as Seyit Saad Beyazıt, delivering a performance filled with intensity and royal conflict. Later, in I Serd, he portrayed Umut Yilmaz, navigating a layered narrative of loyalty, identity, and revenge. The series became a massive success and further cemented his status as a leading man capable of carrying emotionally demanding roles. His transformation into Yamak Kakavali in Cukur marked another turning point. The gritty crime drama showcased his ability to portray vulnerability, rage, and responsibility all at once. Yamak became one of the most iconic characters in modern Turkish television, and Aras carried the role with controlled power and authenticity for multiple seasons. On the big screen, he expanded his range even further. His portrayal of a father in the film Seven, Kogastaki Mukai's deeply moved audiences and achieved international recognition through global streaming platforms. The film's emotional weight demonstrated his capacity to connect with viewers far beyond Turkey's borders. Aras's approach to roles reflects precision and commitment. He selects projects that demand emotional transformation rather than surface-level performance. Instead of repeating familiar formulas, he gravitates toward characters who struggle, evolve, and confront moral conflict. This careful balance between mainstream appeal and artistic depth keeps his career dynamic and respected. Off-screen, Aras maintains a composed and private image. He avoids unnecessary publicity and rarely overshares personal details, choosing instead to let his work define his public identity. His lifestyle reflects discipline and focus, centered around preparation, fitness, and continuous growth as an actor. Although his relationships have occasionally attracted media interest, he consistently redirects attention toward his craft. Within the industry, he is described as hardworking, humble, and deeply invested in understanding the psychology of his characters. Aras's influence now extends beyond Turkish television. With strong international streaming numbers and a loyal fan base across multiple countries, he's become one of Turkey's most bankable male stars. His estimated net worth reflects consistent earnings from television, film, and select brand endorsements, built steadily through long-term credibility rather than short-lived hype. What truly sets him apart is transformation. From emotional youth dramas to historical epics, crime thrillers, and heartfelt cinema, Aras Bulut Iynemli continuously evolves. He embraces risk, seeks intensity, and prioritizes meaningful storytelling over comfort. That determination quietly shapes every phase of his journey. As of 2026, Aras Bulut Iynemli stands not only as a leading actor, but as a symbol of depth, versatility, and modern Turkish stardom. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. He wasn't born into fame, yet there was always something unmistakable about him, a quiet intensity, a controlled strength, a gaze that carried emotion without excess. Ulas Tuna Astepe didn't simply enter Turkish television. He shaped a career defined by depth, discipline, and characters that linger long after the screen fades to black. You're watching Celebrity Fandom. If you're into deep dives on star journeys, lifestyles, and the real stories behind the spotlight, hit subscribe now and stay tuned for more. Ulas Tuna Astepe was born on May 5, 1988, in Izmit, Turkey. Long before leading roles in primetime dramas, he pursued formal training at Mimar Sinan Fine Arts University, studying theater with seriousness and artistic intention. Acting was never accidental for him. It was studied, rehearsed, refined. The stage became his foundation, shaping his understanding of character psychology, timing, and emotional control. His early television appearances introduced him to broader audiences, but it was his role as Tahir Kalilay in Sun Anlak Karadeniz that transformed his career. The series became one of Turkey's most talked-about dramas, addressing intense social themes while maintaining strong ratings. As Tahir, Ulas delivered performance built on restraint and conviction, portraying a man driven by loyalty, justice, and love. The role established him as a commanding dramatic lead. Rather than remaining confined to one archetype, he continued expanding his range. In Barbaroslar, acting as in Kilisay, he stepped into the world of epic historical storytelling, embracing physical transformation and period depth. Later, in Hayat Bugün, he portrayed a modern, morally complex character navigating professional and emotional dilemmas. Each project reflected versatility and a refusal to repeat formulas. What distinguishes Ulas Tuna Astepe is emotional gravity. His performances rarely rely on exaggeration. Instead, he builds tension through silence, subtle expression, and layered internal conflict. This approach has earned him recognition from critics and loyalty from audiences who value authenticity over spectacle. Off-screen, he maintains a reserved and grounded lifestyle. He avoids unnecessary publicity, choosing instead to let his work define his image. Fitness and physical discipline remain part of his routine, particularly for roles requiring strength and endurance. But his public persona leans toward calm reflection rather than showmanship. His style mirrors this controlled presence. Often seen in tailored, minimalist designs, he projects confidence without flamboyance. Whether attending premieres or industry events, his appearance reinforces the composed, serious identity he has cultivated. Financially, his success reflects steady progression. With leading roles in major television productions, endorsement partnerships, and international distribution of his series, his estimated net worth represents consistent career growth rather than sudden spikes. His projects have reached global audiences through streaming platforms, expanding his recognition beyond Turkey. What truly sets him apart is commitment to craft. He approaches roles with analytical focus, studying motivations and psychological layers before stepping in front of the camera. That preparation translates into performances that feel grounded and believable, even within heightened dramatic narratives. As of 2026, Ulas Tuna Astepe stands as one of Turkish television's most respected dramatic actors, known for intensity, discipline, and measured evolution. His journey reflects dedication to artistry over hype, proving that longevity in entertainment often belongs to those who build slowly and deliberately. That wraps up today's feature. If you enjoyed this content, like the video and subscribe to Celebrity Fandom for more in-depth celebrity stories. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.